Now here's a plant that's both a blessing and a curse. The wild parsnip, sometimes also known as poison parsnip, and it's not called poison parsnip because the entire plant is inedible, but it has to do with the leaves and stems of the plant emit a liquid that, if it brushes against your skin, causes some really annoying, easy to spread, itchy, watery blisters. Not as severe as poison ivy, but you don't want it. Trust me on that. I've actually got a small case of it. I don't know if you can see it on my hand right there. It's semi-difficult to get rid of. Calamine lotion works probably about the best, which basically it just dries the blisters up and makes it so they can't spread. At the same time, you still sort of have to ride it out as far as the itching goes. But a good natural cure, I'll say, is jewelweed, which unfortunately in my area is just barely starting to come up, so that at this time is not really a viable option. Although I'm going to look into making a salve out of jewelweed. I'd actually used this jewelweed salve one time, made by a Native American medicine man, and it worked well. He's no longer in my area, so he's not really available to ask about it, but I'm sure I can figure it out, and maybe that'll be a video in the future. Speaking of videos in the future, I'm going to show you today how to pick this plant without the adverse skin reaction. But as far as the preparing and cooking of the plant, that's going to be kind of a surprise video in the near future, so be sure you're looking for that. But anyways, how I pick these is, first I take my trusty shovel and I just hack the green part right off and discard it. You don't want to get anywhere near that. And what's left is the root. It's usually not this easy either. This is some garden dirt here. The root is basically like a big white carrot, and you can touch the root, there's no problem. As long as there's no greenery, it's perfectly safe to handle with your bare hands. But poison parsnip root basically tastes a little carroty, I guess, mild carrot flavor. Easy to prepare. You basically just wash it, steam it, boil it, like you would any vegetable. And as I say, look forward in the future. You're gonna see this in a video again, in a video you're gonna like. So kind of a short video. I've got some more to pick here. I'm actually just clearing out a garden spot, and saw there was a good example of it. Oh, and with poison parsnip, the root is really only edible in the first year plant. The first year plants grow on the ground like this, and the second year, they're biennial plant. The second year the plant grows a big tall stalk. I mean, these things grow 6-7 feet tall sometimes. Everybody's probably seen these on the side of the road, wherever. But the second year, the roots get very woody in texture, and they're still edible, but it's like chewing on a dowel. I've used them in the past sometimes, and it just boiled them and then strained the woody portions out, to make like a broth. So you can still get the nutrient value of them without, feeling like you're chewing on a stick. But anyways, wild parsnip, edible roots, don't touch the leaves. You'll regret it if you do. Small one. Well, sometimes they're tough. In actual field conditions, you know, where the dirt's not soft like this, usually some form of digging stick would be in order. You know, I've used my K-bar knife a few times digging these up, which you know, not the best suggested use of your bush knife, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you can with what you got, so that's always an option. A couple more and I'll have them, but I'll show you in literally about 5 minutes digging. I've got a good hearty meal there. So, you know, you may ask yourself, is it really worth the possibility of, you know, an allergic skin reaction? And I'd say if you use common sense and you take your time and you're careful, not a big deal. And what you get is well worth the effort.